Good evening, everybody. Some of you got to see me ahead of time because I did a Periscope. I have had a character building day, to say the least. Let me just refresh everything. Make sure I'm good to go. And then we can start with the game. I hope everybody's doing all right. I tend to notice that when I am late like this, I I tend to notice that I don't get that much in terms of a viewership. But I did commit to doing a full week of activities. There really was not anything that I could do to keep tonight on track. So I apologize for that. But we will. I'll do my best in terms of just covering the material. And okay, good to know. I have some stories about the stuff that I was doing, but I will get those done. I'm just going to take one quick moment here. There's a little bit of housekeeping that I need to do for this stream, which I'll do in the background, and then we'll be able to load up the game and get going. So it shouldn't be more than just one minute, but I definitely run into some trouble. There we go. There might be a little bit of lag while I put these things in. Okay. Looks like we're good to go. There's the interruptions. Okay, we should be back on track frame-wise. So there's a big spike of downloads that I needed to do really quickly. It is a disgrace that my internet package for what it costs does not actually handle that stuff. But we shouldn't have any interruptions to the connection, and if we do, there will be hell to pay. But that is not something for you to concern yourselves with. So, we're back to Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. As always, quick preliminary in terms of what's going on. So this is a series of special casts for a special friend, the Eyes of Sin, somebody who is a greatly valued member of the cast, somebody who came in off of a charity cast that I did with Jessie Quill. Sadly, her clothes were stolen while she was doing laundry, and so I thought I would do a little fundraiser to try and offset a bit of the impact that comes from that. Everybody has been incredibly generous. I will still encourage you guys, if you haven't donated, even if you just put a small amount, like $2, $1, whatever is affordable, basically something that is an inconvenience rather than a hardship. It definitely means a lot. I have my own experience with this sort of thing, which you can read inside the blog, exclamation mark cause, if you'd like to know where to donate and read my full thoughts on this. But I do, again, I part of the reward for doing this sort of stuff, and again, you guys really have been above and beyond anything that I possibly could have expected for this. Part of this is just a nice little way of saying thank you. I've done 2 weeks of this, of weekdays at least, and this isn't so much a new as it is a crowd pleaser game, but I definitely want to do some more Wolfenstein: The Old Blood, so we will be doing that tonight. Obviously, I'm only an hour away from when I would normally be finishing the cast. I'm going to try and extend it as much as I can. But I do still have work in the morning, and I don't have the same sort of like I don't turn into a pumpkin early in the morning like today. But I'll obviously I want to be reasonably diligent. I mean, I don't like coming to work really tired. I like to be sharp and ready to go. So we'll do our best. And obviously, if I'm having a good time, if everybody's having a good time, if things get a little bit later, then that's for me to deal with, obviously. Okay. Burg Wolfenstein, ein Symbol unserer Macht. I'm going to assume that's something like Wolfenstein Castle, a symbol of might. But Chapter 2, the docks. So I really enjoyed the first game for sure. I need to. Also, I want to take a quick second. It feels like some of these settings are. We are on Uber, which I noticed is maybe not the smartest thing I could have done. Medium, you can go to hell. I definitely had some higher settings the last time I played this. Wonder how far. 32 seems optimistic. I really do want to see what happens when I believe. So if memory serves, I could probably get to 8 or 16. It's ridiculous. I should just probably set it to ultra. I don't actually know what half of this stuff does. It's a shame because before I started the game, please tell me that's saved. Nope. Okay, you know what? We'll just go to ultra. There we go. Okay. So I spent so much time trying to, you know what? I'm sorry, I am going to do this. Let's try 16. If I can't get this at the 60 frames per second first try,
Don't worry, Wesley. I've got a plan. Break into the keep, kill every goddamn Nazi in there, set you free. Then we get the hell out of this place and contact Kessler in the village tavern.
Okay, yeah, that was a little ambitious. This will not be a stream of setting graphics options, I promise. God damn it. I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Yep. Alright, inauspicious start, but at least it looks pretty, right? So let's see. So I can't stop it.
I've got a plan. Break into the keep, kill every goddamn Nazi in there, set you free. Then we get the hell out of this place.
Nope, nope. Give me the stuff. Give me the stuff. This game doesn't joke around. Pretty sure I need those, yeah, I'm pretty sure I need that health to get on, because I started off with a really low amount. Okay.
Don't worry, Wesley. I've got a plan. Break into the keep, kill every goddamn Nazi in there, set you free. Then we get the hell out of this place and contact Kessler in the village tavern.
I will admit, this is rather enjoyable. Alright. Loot! Wolfenstein Keep entrance, the old main entrance to Castle Wolfenstein, now used for transporting prisoners, guards, and supplies to the prison complex. Wolfenstein Keep, the tall fucking Nazi bastard Rudy Jaeger has taken Wesley to the Wolfenstein Keep for interrogation. Need to find him so that we can escape this place and meet up with Kessler in the village. He should know more about how we can get that folder from Helga von Schops. New objective, open the gate. The gate into the keep is sealed shut. Need to find a way to open it. Maybe there are controls somewhere in these towers next to the gate. Oops. Probably didn't want to overcharge. Well, paid off, but now I don't have armor that I wanted. Not exactly what I wanted to do, but... Oh, there he is. Oh god. Okay, sorry. I keep getting keep having menus pop up while I'm doing this. Sorry guys, I'm definitely recovering from today, so I'm a little less talkative than I normally am, but hopefully we will we'll get back on track with that momentarily. There's definitely a guy to the left. Oops. Get down. Well, I should be able to find some health. Obviously, I could have been at 100%. Oh, wait. I keep forgetting. So if you just get hit once off and you go to cover, then you get that health back. This guy's pretty tricky to hit, though. Unless I just killed him, but I don't think I did. Again, wastefully... Ah, Jesus. It's another health kit that I'm just wasting. Armor I do want, though. Okay. I've also not been using grenades. I think it's G. Ah, this would have come in handy. Wasn't paying attention to what was going on there, so. Obviously, this probably is not a canonical way of playing, Wolfenstein, to sort of sit back and pick these guys off at range, but this is Uber, and I'm bad, so. We're looking for a control panel, right? Is that a health? No, that's ammo. So I'm assuming somewhere up on those gangplanks, I'm able to find the controls, but there we go. I feel like the game is trying to tell me something. Okay. Am I supposed to swim that? That doesn't seem right. There's stairs. Oh, I get it. If I had tried to swim that before, I would have been shot to pieces. Alright, well let's see what's down here then. I just kind of assumed that this water was deadly, but there's no reason for that because the electricity isn't exactly hitting it. The sprinting works a little weird in the water, but I'll work with it. I think I'm gonna do some climbing. Left Alt and W2. I'm assuming that guy is not going to be too happy about his buddy being dead, but... Can I pull it off? No, I cannot. You know what? Subtlety is probably not the order of the day here. I'm just gonna die to that. Okay, so I either need to sneak around those guys or Jesse Quill, thank you very much for that host. I don't know why the why Streamlabs isn't giving you credit for that. I'm sorry I just killed one of your countrymen. Let me take a minute to rectify that. I've definitely been recovering. Ah! Ah, crap. All right. You guys picked a good time to come in. Let's get that alert done first. I'm very annoyed at Streamlabs. Jesse Quill raided me with a party of 12. Okay, so apparently if you use a Twitch raid, you don't get the crazy alert. So, alert box. That's credit for Lady Jesse Quill. Johnny Big Time, how the hell are you doing? All right, we've got 19 from Jesse's host, 12 who decided to come along with the raid. We've got Jesse Quill, Dark Hero, TTV, Johnny Big Time, DMC Crimson. That's everybody. All right, thank you very much for coming along with Jesse Quill. I am System Chalk. I had a hell of a day, and I thought that shooting Nazis would be a great way of getting around it. I'm especially happy that Johnny Big Time is here because Jesse Quill and Johnny Big Time are going to be here to evaluate how bad I am at casting. Jesse Quill is a really wonderful individual. You will be able to tell that because of the green sword beside her name. And clearly anybody who's a mod is a good person, right? Jesse Quill, as you well know, was playing KOTOR of the Old Republic. She loves that game. She has an absolutely unnatural love of Star Wars, which I actually love tormenting her over because when I was in middle school, I was super into Star Wars, so I know all of the crazy jargon like Vulcans and Spocks and Tribbles and stuff like that. But I pretend that I don't, just to piss her off. So Jess is an absolutely wonderful caster. She's somebody who I don't know, I talk a lot about just life stuff with. In addition to casting, but of course the big thing is that the fact that Jess talks to me about Twitch stuff, damn it. Yeah, but I've never seen Star Trek, Jess, that's the thing. But yeah, the fact that Jess talks to me about Twitch stuff is maybe less impressive, just by virtue of the fact that, oh, cool. Okay, so there's got to be a way that I can take those guys out. I'm curious if they notice me when I'm in here. Okay. Interesting. So there's got to be a way that I can take these guys out with with stealth. This will be terrible for my stats in the end in terms of how many deaths that I've got, but I'm genuinely curious if you can stealth this, or if you need to pay the iron price. Anyways, Jessie Quill is a very dear friend, and again, the fact that she talks to me about Twitch stuff is not necessarily that impressive, because she is very active in the Twitch community, does a great job of it, is one of the few people who I feel, so she's good at Twitch, she understands the platform well, but she doesn't make it about her life, and I think she, well, so much for that. Yes, okay, so that is how one takes out a heavy soldier. Or a super soldaten. Heavy soldier, heavily armed and heavily armored, these soldiers have traded mobility for protection and superior firepower. Armed with combat shotguns, they wear sealed and armored suits that have an integrated closed respiratory, which draws oxygen from pressurized tanks worn on the back. Of course, they don't tell you that until you shoot the crap out of them, so... The shock hammer. A heavy and very powerful double-barreled semi-automatic combat shotgun. This weapon fires from alternating barrels for an increased rate of fire. Maybe I should finish talking about the lovely semi-German Jessie Quill, huh? God damn it! Time for the shock hammer. Shock hammer! Somebody is approaching. Or, to put it in the German, Wer bitte approachen Daten? Ah! So if I hold back, I should get that health back. If this is a super soldier, I am in deep trouble. Oh, nope, he's a normal soldier. I see you hiding back. Oh god, there's a few of them. Okay, so not much hope in terms of my my armor, but you're doing a DNA test, so that's much closer to German. Thank you. Yes, position your ass away from. Ah! Damn Nazis! I am totally out of armor, but I should get that health back. Anyways, it's always hard for me when Jess hosts to come up with a shout out for her because she, you know her. Maybe not in the biblical sense, and that's awesome, by the way, or I think it is. My imagination tells me that that's pretty great. But Jess is a very dear friend. She knows a lot about the platform, but not to a point that her life has become about Twitch. I think that's a really important thing, because I think to do well on Twitch, you have to have something going on in your life other than just the broadcast platform. I watch broadcasters because of their gold collectible, number 16. I watch broadcasters because of their personality. I watch them because of what they bring to the table. And in fact, Johnny Big Time's there. You will see the number of times that I clip him. Sort of tells me that there's something else going on to make this worthwhile. Maybe that was a camera? I don't know. I just think it's one of these things, it's inseparable. Just, people who have something going on in their lives, somebody who have either a core or an interest, whatever it is, are just inherently more interesting to watch. And I always keep forgetting about the explosive things. Jess has this in spades. I know one of the big claims to fame that she has, and one thing that she's really been stressing a lot in her broadcast is her... Oh. Her background in psychology is one of these things that she's been using to differentiate her cast, and I think she does a great job of it. It's one thing for me to sort of have this... It's funny, I don't know if this is a gendered thing, or... It's great, Johnny Big Time. I like it a lot. Have you played The New Order yet? If you haven't, you should put that high on your list. But yeah, Jess is, I was going to say, I don't know if this is a gendered thing or if it's just because she started off with something different. But I know I get, whether it's justified or not, a little bit of a reputation for doing some of the academic stuff. And sometimes I do that. When I do Wolfenstein, I probably have a little bit less to say about academic subjects. Am my settings where they need to be? Not really. Wish to play it soon. Definitely a high priority game for you to try, Johnny. I think you will do an amazing job of it, and it's a hell of a game. Like I was expecting like a good FPS, and what I got was, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. What I'm doing is kind of very traditional first-person shooter playthrough. For instance, one of the things you can do in this game is dual-wield everything, including sniper rifles. Unfortunately, I need a little bit of precision when dealing with the heavy soldiers, so... Ah, crap. I'm trying to hit the oxygen tank if I can. There's two? There we go. Yeah, like I said, I don't know quite why Jess isn't as recognized. I mean, she is recognized by different groups. She's actually been asked to write some articles for a website. So this is changing overall. I am not going to get that health back, I don't think. But she's done a really wonderful job about making her cast more than just sort of sitting around and playing a game. She's got a personality to back it up. She has got a great head on her shoulders. She's a lot of fun to watch and an incredibly generous person. She is somebody who has dedicated a lot of time to teaching broadcasters the platform, even when there's absolutely nothing in it for her. And I've personally benefited from that, as well as tons of other people, some of them in this cast. While carrying more than one knife, you have the ability to throw knives. A knife can be thrown if cannot be thrown if standing too close to a wall or an enemy. Standing close to an enemy will result in a takedown. By throwing knife ability enables you to take down enemies silently from a distance. One of the big things that I'll say personally is that I have benefited a lot from Jess's advice. She was basically the first person to tell me that she liked the way my voice sounded, she liked the things that I had to say, and essentially encouraged me to do as much as possible to keep talking. And I've done that ever since, so if you don't like the format, blame her. I do every damn day. No, she's an absolute sweetheart. She is obviously somebody who I put a lot of trust in as my mod, and I have always felt that that was a good decision. My channel would definitely I'd have a lot more difficulty on my channel just trying to get things done in general if I didn't have Jess. And again, she's done this all entirely for free. It is probably the most important thing that I can say is that you can take a look at the status of this channel, which is not a "Hey, Lady Dow," thank you very much for those kind words. I think one of the biggest things that I can say is that if you were to know what channels Jess has, what channels Jess has been a moderator for and a community manager for, and then you see the size of this channel, you will realize that she is doing a tremendous favor to me by doing this. And in many ways, it kind of motivates me to continue broadcasting, because if somebody with as exalted a reputation as Jesse Quill can see fit to support my cast this way, then maybe I'm not so bad after all. I don't know quite how to finish that thought. Not to be outdone, we've got Johnny Big Time in the channel. Guys, if you can, please encourage Johnny Big Time to stream Wolfenstein: The New Order. This is the stream that you desperately need in your life, and I realize that every goddamn article on the internet is going to say that to you, but you really do need to see Johnny Big Time play this game. Johnny Big Time is a variety caster. He's been playing a lot of Fortnite lately, but one of the things that I like about his format is that he was never afraid to... Oh, crap. All right, we probably can't do this quietly. Oh, this is the worst possible way I could have done this. Ah, get the Commandant! You know what? We gotta do this American style. Where are you, Commandant? One Commandant down. Or ein Commandant down. My bad. Lady Dow, thank you very much for that 300 bits. Johnny Big Time is hilarious. He can cast anything, and he does an amazing job every single time that he broadcasts something. His best claim to fame, in my opinion, was his his franchise playthroughs. He did a really great job of sort of just showing off as many franchises as he could, and he would play all of them. So I know there's some franchises that are getting new entries coming in soon that I'd like to see him play. So for instance, I think he was possibly debating on doing Far Cry. The only drawback, of course, is that sometimes the modern versions of the games are really good. So for instance, if he were to do this with Wolfenstein, I'd love to see him do classic Wolfenstein. I'd love to see him do some of these other... Oh, the Bombenschuss. Does anybody want to find out what a Bombenschuss is? Highly accurate large caliber rifle, ideal for medium to long range combat. Single bolt action reload makes it slow, but its damage output makes up for that. Mouse 1 to fire, mouse 2 to aim, and R to reload the weapon. Yeah, Johnny is... honestly, I've never seen him do a bad cast. He is a caster who I feel very comfortable... I thought I saw a commander up there. Oh, yeah. I get one shot at this, so we'll make it count. Actually, you know what? Looks like he's on a patrol that's favorable to me, so... Nice. Oh. He did spot me, but... Oh no. Okay. Commandant hasn't been alerted yet, so I'm in fairly good shape right now. But the fact that the music's... Yes, I shot him in the balls. Damn it. Alright. America! 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 Fuck the gentleman's agreement, MC. I want to be the only one seating our Aryan women. Or the Aryan women. I don't know if Canada has Aryan women. Did you guys see any Aryan women in that that Periscope I did? I wasn't watching. I was trying to make sure I didn't get run over. Lady Dow, thank you very much for that cheer. All right. I swear to God, I will actually properly shout out Johnny Big Time. He is one of the casters. So the big thing for me, I had a terrible experience, and Johnny's had to hear this multiple times, but I get one bet every time I say America. I like this arrangement. So I take hosting fairly seriously. I try to put some thought in terms of the people who I host, and obviously I can't have a perfect track record because I'm not responsible for what happens in casts once I'm done, but I do my best to try and host people who I think have just generally sort of shown themselves to be worthwhile, or I want to take a shot on, if you will. Now I can remember this one time there was a guy who was, you know, very cordial in chat, had really nice things to say about me, and just generally was the sort of person who I'm like, okay, you know what, they seem okay. I haven't, you know, they stream a lot of League, so it's maybe not exactly my kind of thing, but like, you know, it's not like I'm gonna say gold collectible 10. it's not like I'm going to say it's like, okay, well, you play League of Legends, so you're automatically off the host list. Like, Ponce plays a lot of League of Legends, but he's a great guy to host. So I host this guy, and within minutes of me hosting, he's obviously very drunk and starts going off on this anti-Semitic rant, at which point I'm mortified and put an end to that nonsense as soon as possible. Obviously apologize profusely to anybody who's still in cast and found somebody else to host. So all of this is to say that Johnny is better than an anti-Semite, and I probably wouldn't shoot him if he was in a Wolfenstein game. But no, Johnny is a fantastic guy. I cannot stress how important it is for me to feel comfortable with the people that I host. Johnny, in my view, has never done a bad cast. I have not seen him do a bad cast. Even when he's getting frustrated with the game, he's usually able to turn that into something funny. It is an incredible talent that I wish I had. So for instance, where I was feeling very tired because I was through the ringer today with my cell phone company. I just wish I had the ability to laugh stuff off the way that Johnny does. I think Jess can probably tell you that I maybe take things a bit too seriously overall. I say this because Jess, I don't shout out Jess with all these nice words for my health. She does probably know more about me than most of the cast, in the biblical sense, in my dreams. Yeah, I really do think Johnny has a very special talent in terms of being able to make his cast fun. And honestly, one of the biggest things for me, I remember for a while, some people would kind of come in and ask us, like, well, what does it take to get a host? Ooh. Oh my God, they're grammar Nazis. That's amazing. That's for using bad grammar. That's for being a grammar Nazi. Oh crap. Go away, Doge!
This air reminds me of the bog by the Johnson's farm back home. Smell of dead plants and wet wood.
I didn't have a choice on that dog, Johnny. I hope you forgive me. But yeah, so for a while there were people who were kind of asking. I think this is just generally Twitch seemed to be building up. Ooh, the Hauptschmandels. Hauptschmandel. You know what? If I suck too much at this, I will be sure to share with you Schickelgruber and the Gestapo Hepcats, if you guys want to see the Lambeth walk again. That dog was part cyborg, so you're allowed to murder it. Excellent, Johnny. You will like Wolfenstein: The New Order then, I think. What was I going to say? Yeah, obviously I don't get this very much because I think there's just generally bigger streams and people, I think people get that I'm just a jerk. But honestly, one of the biggest things for me that I could say whenever somebody wants to do, get a host is like, do I feel comfortable, having a really good cast and then expending a little bit of my reputation saying is like, you know what, this guy is worth your time, because in my opinion, time is probably one of the, nice. I mean, again, so I don't think you guys are going to just like sit down and, when I recommend a cast, it's going to be, it's like, oh, well, there was that one time that Norman recommended something and that's just, it was a nightmare. Like I'll never believe him again. But I think to a certain extent that if these shout-outs became rote, or if I, kept doing these shout-outs and it was obvious I kind of wanted something from this person, and maybe it wasn't that good, I try and do things that I think are unique, and I try and like host channels that I think are unique and maybe worth the effort. But I have a feeling that if I started saying, X is the best ever or anything like that, it would mean less. And I want my shout outs to people like Johnny and Jesse and Eyes of Sin and Dynamite and all of these people. I want those to mean something because they're people who've made my Twitch experience better. For some of these people, I wouldn't be on the platform if they weren't on it. And as a result, that's probably the biggest one for me. It's one of the reasons why I feel the most comfortable hosting somebody like Johnny, because it's pure fun. Like, if you don't have fun in Johnny's cast, I'm assuming that you probably are one of the NPCs in this game. And I keep saying that about Johnny, but that is also true of Jesse Quill as well. The only thing that I can say is I know that there are some people who just want to have a good time. Like, they don't necessarily want to talk about some of the psych stuff that she does. The same way that, when I start going off about econ, or I do like a stream where I'm doing a regression or something like that, I get that there are going to be some people who don't want to watch that. And I don't begrudge them that. Like, if I was in grad school, I probably wouldn't want to do, I probably wouldn't want to see another linear regression during my leisure time. So that's, obviously that's an individual thing. But again, Johnny's just this guy who seems to be absolute magic. Like, he's able to turn anything into an absolute blast. Incidentally, if you guys would really like to annoy him to play a game, you would be doing me a tremendous favor if you could get him to play Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy. Well, I mean, I think if you... So I get what you're trying to say with that, MC. I think if people would take the time and understand what goes into Achtung! Where are you? Giftmächten! Ah! I'm bad at this. Kill me. Honestly, I think people doing some, OLS consistent with the assumptions would be better. We'd be better off than people using sort of fancy ass non-parametric techniques that they don't understand. I mean, especially if you're looking for a central tendency for something. Actually, you know what? The people who can make this argument better than me are Angrist and Pishke. So the undergraduate level, mastering metrics, or at the graduate level, mostly harmless econometrics. I think they do a fairly reasonable job. Actually, I think also the Journal of Economics Perspectives has an article taking the con out of econometrics, which I think was a pretty good one. Obviously, so I like structural stuff. But I just think it's a lot harder to do than, in that case, I need to build a model that's somewhat credible. And you're actually just being flippant, so you might be reading too much into your comment. Oh, it's actually fair. I was going to say it's a fair point. But yeah, maybe I should shut up because I think I'm going to lose all of Jess's cast. Also, this weekend's going to be an adventure for me. You're going to be your first attempt ever at making my grandmother's stollen and plum pudding for Christmas. Why don't you just buy it? Get it? Because still. Note from Helga. Need to get this inscription on the sarcophagus shaded. 8 Ryan sinners hic sarcophagus habit. One knife. All right. So now that I know to look up, oh, There's a guy right up there. Hello, Joshy man. How are you doing? Real comment though, you got turned off of Bayesian. It's a lot more wacky models because it's too hard to determine whether you're doing it well or not. You're not convinced proper Bayesian model checking exists. I don't have much of a comment on that, MC. Are you here for the Chalk ASMR stream as well? I will actually say, especially for the people who just recently came in, we are doing a fundraiser for the Eyes of Sin. A lot of you have already donated, for which I am extremely grateful. We have raised a lot more than I thought we would. Oh, damn it. Thought that might be a headshot, but that was a little optimistic, especially without the aim. But if you aren't aware of what's going on, !cause if you'd like to see what's going on. I did write a blog article about it because it's weird to say it's like, well, I don't even know this person. But the long and the short of it is, Eyes of Sin had her clothes stolen. And the biggest thing that I get out of this is that so my general feeling is that we all have sort of our little social networks. We all have our own little support network that will help us in sort of times of need, if you will. And there is really no shortage of casters who will, call their chats family or whatever. But this guy's probably going to see the body, but let's see if we can get him closer to get a proper headshot in. Nice. It's funny, MC. But no, like my view here is this, is that, there's no shortage of people wanting to talk about community on Twitch, wanting to talk about, hashtag Twitch Unity or what have you. But this is, one thing is, she's fairly new into my cast. She was incredibly supportive during a charity cast that I did with Jesse Quill. Gold collectible 13. I am just finding these all over the place. Yes, the magazine's still there, BJ. You don't need to play with the gun all the time. Although, I mean, I don't blame him. I have played with my gun all the time, right? All right, I am not ready to sprint jump yet. I want to see if I can explore and find other things. Oh, also you can do sliding attacks because this game is just all about style. Wah! Hoo-wah! All right. I feel like there should be a way inside there. Maybe it is after doing the wah! And you know what? I could do it while firing 2 silenced pistols. Because that's how Americans do it. But yeah, the biggest one for me is that when I was mugged, I had the experience of sort of without any real provocation, people just out of the blue donated small dollar amounts. And the value to that was well beyond just the monetary value. The simple fact that people cared enough to put a little bit in meant a ton to me. And obviously, having a bit of money in a moment like that also sort of softened the blow. It didn't make me whole, but it definitely reduced sort of the impact of what would have been a really devastating loss in my case. And so this was the big thing, is that I am never going to ask somebody to donate even something that would be like an inconvenience. It's like, if you were going to buy coffee and combat is good, pistol is fast. I think like if you were going to buy a coffee and now you can't buy that coffee as a result of donating, don't do it. But if you're, and I mean, obviously we've had Black Friday, Christmas is coming up. Some of you probably haven't got your gifts yet. Get on it. Jess, your gifts are in the mail, by the way. And again, there's any number of reasons not to donate. But I would also want to say that I want to live in a world in which, where some kind of tragedy strikes, that a community will get together and say, even if I don't know you very well, here's a little bit towards the cause, knowing that if such a thing were to happen to me, there would be a similar reaction. In the end, it's a little bit less about the individual and just more about the way that we treat each other. So as always, a lot of people inside this chat have already donated. So I know you guys are probably getting very tired of hearing this. And I don't have a better way. I can't like put up an ad for the people who haven't donated yet. But that's why I'm doing these 2 weeks of special streams. So far, the feedback has been wonderful. The generosity has been absolutely incredible. But it's I don't know. It's something that I'm gonna keep saying for the rest of the week. I think after tomorrow, I'm gonna introduce the special rewards. Now the special rewards are retroactive, so if you've donated already and you've either meet the amount or you want to just augment your donation by that, don't worry, you'll still be eligible for them. I don't want to create an incentive for people to hold back on donating just because they think they're going to be able to get something better. But yeah, there will be a few more incentives coming up if I can. Twitch Unity, not Assassin's Creed Unity. I'll probably be playing that, but not as... I was going to say, this week was all about doing crowd pleasers for people, so I am definitely not going to... Wah! Joshua Man, thank you very much for that. Please help Chalk not be the fractured butthole and throw some money at the cause. I don't know what to say, Joshua Man. I believe that I can't even count how many, but I know you've donated before. You've donated a lot before, and I really appreciate that. So thank you. I heard if you donate $500, System Chalk will send you his used burritos wrappers for a week. I don't really eat that many burritos though, and when I eat burritos, they're usually at a restaurant, so I don't have a wrapper. But I'll gladly send you nothing for $500. I'd rather you send them to me rather than Eyes of Sin. I don't know how well Eyes of Sin dresses, but that seems like it might be a little much for a single donation. What's the point of having the door? Oh, never mind. Oops. I'm bad at this. You're waiting on your rewards for donations, Chalk. You're waiting on that personal ASMR video you promised. I didn't promise no ASMR video. Jess, how much should I charge for an ASMR video? She's also a producer. Gewürdigen. You want to buy the wrapper that's wrapped the burrito Joshy Man eats while System Chalk watches. You guys can definitely and should donate tip System Chalk instead. Absolutely not. I debated on... Oh, is that how much we've raised? Jesus Christ. You guys are crazy. That's amazing. $100 per finished minute. I think I promised to read a chapter of an erotic novel. Oh, that was the price of the ASMR video. Okay, I was a little worried there. Where's Alam? All right, time to America this. One commandant down. Alarm! Where's the open stuff for Caravan Commando? Denazified. Hey, thank you very much for the... Oh, damn it. I should have been paying attention. Thank you very much for the bit. Did I promise to read a chapter of an erotic novel, though? I think I seem to remember something about reading. Oh, that's the realest German you can get. Actually, Jess, if you want, I can start going with the authentic German. I actually have some Goethe that's not in translation. So I might be able to pull out some German on my own, but if you want to get me some German things to read on the cast, I will happily do that for you. Gefunden! Ah, son of a bitch. Somebody's shooting from me from behind. Ach, non, Kommandant! America! Alarm is on! Like legit erotic? I mean, I could probably do something like that, but... Oh no! Schlaf keinen Schlaf! Der Wald Heitschaft! Dein Mutter schultes Blum... Oh, Baumlein? Der fallet herab in Traumlein! Schaff, Kinden, Schlaf! Ach! America! Actually, you know what? If anybody... Okay, so we've got Lady Dow, we've got Joshy Man, Johnny Big Time's donated. I think MC's donated. All right, this will have to be a bit of an honor. Actually, you know what? Screw it. It doesn't matter if you've donated or not. You all can type one thing in chat, and I will say it in a German accent. However, thank you so much, Lady Dow. However, I get to pick the German accent. I might do the same German accent for all of them. Might do a different German accent for all of them. But all of you get... So what you're saying is I need to stop the stealth so I can make some serious money off of these bits. But yeah, you all get one thing for me to say. Can be German, can be English. And I will say it in a German accent. Ah, Johnny Big Time. I gotcha, bitch. Actually, that one kind of sucked. So maybe I could try the Teutonic Lord. Ah, Johnny Big Time. I gotcha, bitch. Which one did you prefer? The first one or the second one? Because Jesse Quill really seemed to like the first one. Joshy Man says, America. Oh, time to do it stylishly. Hooah. The Bombenschuss scope. Highly efficient scope for the Bombenschuss rifle. I used to be an adventurer like you, and then I took a Bombenschuss to the knee. Ah! You only get one, Joshy Man. Oh, but I like the Canadians. I guess I give you a second.
Open the way into the keep.
All right, enter the lower keep. The yelling in German is the best. That's not funny! Achtung! It means attention, I believe. Ah! America! Ah, shit. What is this weapon called? Okay, so we have the 46T, the Kampfpistol, the Shockhammer, the Bombenschuss. All right. All right, this is now the rifle shaft. Rifle shafted! I think I need something a little more precise for these guys. I have no health. God, this sounds like the Mad Max soundtrack. Oh! 2 shockhammers! It's shockhammer time! Oh, say, can you see? Sorry. Sorry, I lost chat for a second. You know, we need more precision. I got your position, you son of a... Schweinhund! Okay, this is like my last clip, so better make it count. You know what? It's a job for the Bombenschuss. Ah! Bombenschuss, more like Bombenscheiße. Ah, Bombenschafted. Okay, I think I left some health around here, because if I didn't, I am in deep trouble. I'm available for children's parties, by the way. And not in like a Roy Moore kind of way. I mean, like I'm a quality children's entertainer. Can I eat that? No, that is cigarette ash. No health, huh? Okay, I'm sorry to be so boring, but this is Uber. And not like one of those millennials who like drives you everywhere. I mean like Uber difficulty, which means I kind of need to get my bombing ass out of the... I'm available for adult parties? Oh god, you've been reluctant to check. Frankly, you should easily be A-okay to get your clothes and towels at this point. You know, System Chalk put so much work into this. He deserves support much more because, dear lord, he streamed every day for the past week plus. That's a lot of time. It may be, but... and I am definitely available for select adult parties. And just lie back and take it. Isaacson, no. That may be true, Isaacson, but this is your time. All right, so I believe this is the game telling me that I'm not allowed to do what I'm trying to do. The government gives me shit. Actually, no, that's not true. I am paid by the government, but by and large, we are not a socialist nightmare like what Bernie Sanders says we are. Ooh, more health and shaft. By the way, did I miss a bits or something from someone? I feel like I'm... Ooh. Oh, hang on. I don't think I read MC's... I think MC wanted me to say this in the accent, so I'll just wait for the scene. Chapter 3, Wolfenstein Keep. So I think what MC wanted me to say is, I am an American! I'm an American! I am innocent! I am an American! I love Americans, especially the strawberry milkshakes. Okay, inside the keep. Y'all gotta find Wesley in here somewhere. Partner. That's BJ the American. Also known as Rip Steakface. Big McLarge huge. God damn, you're a big fella. You know what? Shockhammer time! Ooh, this will be character building. Shockhammer time! Shockhammer time! That was a mistake. Shockhammer time! Oh no, that's totally fine. I encourage this kind of dialogue, but only from the ladies, chat. Oh. Maybe I'm not supposed to fight this. Oh, that door is closed. I'm fucked. Okay. It's always a weak point. It's probably that. Ha ha! I'm sorry. Hold still, please. There we go. Damn it! So I thought I could... Oh, hang on. There's nothing to pull out from his back. That's why I was having trouble. All right. Time for the Bombenschuss. Bombenschussted. I'm immortal. Okay, I gotta figure out what to do with him when I disable him. That's slander. Alright, you know what? No, not the camp pistol! Get out, America! I'm fucked. Once he is disabled, I think you should try killing him. Excellent, Johnny. I think you're on to something. Shockhammer time! Oh, I bet that hurt. God damn it! Troll game. Alright. Keep the foyer. The old foyer was one of the most magnificent section of the castle. This is where King Otto greeted the important visitors to the castle. This game is awesome, Johnny. Yes, for those of you, that pull out at the back thing is going to sound a little weird. I promise you it makes sense if you've seen the first chapter of this game. You like pull out the cord from behind. I'm not going to live that down. I'm just going to accept that some of you are going to think that I'm talking about doing it rogue style. And you know what? I don't get to do that very often. So if there's any ladies in the chat who would like to accommodate, sorry, that's unkind. No. So before in this game, there is these guys are usually tethered to generators. So what you normally wind up doing is, I like that. I mean, I'm going to lose the charge by the time I actually move, but yeah, so basically you tend to, you unplug the enemies basically from behind. And that's what I meant from pulling out from behind. Although maybe that's just a Vietnam thing. Do you ever think about that? Could be lots of references. It needn't be sexual. German experiments, Eyes of Sin. I have a feeling I just wasted a whole lot of... Yeah, I took out all the health there. God damn it. Please America this bitch up. There we go. I got your position right here. I haven't even used a grenade yet. I have not even begun to fight. This is the American spirit right here. That was only slightly the American spirit. I can do much better American spirit. I'm going to get so American up in here that... Ooh, assault ammunition. Okay, that was slightly less impressive. I think this is just after taking out this guy. Guten Tag! I do enjoy the Austrian Fräulein's Eyes of Sin. I know what you're talking about. So given the fact that half of the Reich is about to converge on this position, I think I will keep that 80 health nearby. Why is it that all of you people have something for the master race? Or at least the other white race in the case. Austrians aren't Germans, you are offended. They are part of like Greater Germany or something like that? I don't know. I didn't really pay attention to history in school. I know it all from the school of hard knocks. Or possibly hard bangs. Alarm! This is how we do it in America. Ah! Coming around the corner. Coming around the corner. And even an... Ah! He did not die. This looks like we need a decided America moment here. Slide and kill. The sliding is what made that American. I don't want this again. Drop it. Drop it. Oop, that's probably not what I wanted to do. I wanted to find Zama. You heard on YouTube they are doing a week-by-week retelling of World War II starting here pretty soon? Are you talking about, like... You're not talking about my channel, are you? I don't know anything about World War II. I mean, I know who the bad guys were. I don't think that quite qualifies me as a historian, though. I'm kind of happy they don't respond the way they do to all the other alarms here, because I want to take my sweet time. Come on, I should be able to get that helmet. There we go. Alarm! Achtung yourself! No. Apparently we took each other out. Ricky Guitarist, how you doing? The famous periscoper. Jesus Christ. You're pretty multicultural. I'm just Canadian. This is a pretty fun gun. Alright, I'm going to leave that vest for later, because that's going to give me a whole bunch of armor. I've earned an armor upgrade. I think this is the game having pity on me. Ow! Gefühle gebüstet hin. Ah. I'm not so good at this encounter, it turns out. Ah, I forgot! Alright, doors first. Guten Tag! Actually, I think I'm gonna take the vest this time and leave the other helmets for later. Oh man, I wasted that. That's very nice of you, Isaacson. I can't count that high, Joshy man. Sounds fun though. Also, I don't know about you, Joshy man, but I struggle to get a menage going most of the time. Actually, I guess is easy for me, but is that's kind of like a special holiday treat. Or 69. Sorry. I need to stop that. I'm not in Jess's chat. If I was in Jess's chat, this would be acceptable behavior. I'm in my channel. I got respectable people watching this. If you are the respectable people watching this, I apologize. Just pretend that there was only grotesque violence. And I think we can all sleep well at night. Alone. Ah! Crap. No one ever talks like this in your channel anymore because of V System Chalk. I've scared them all off. Yeah, I guess, so this is the weird thing. Most of my really horrible behavior came because I was kind of doing this very deep satire on a type of viewer that Jesse Quill had. What's funny is that I have largely de-trolled that channel. So the purpose of that character is more or less non-existent, but it has since become like part of my person. I've become infected by it. And as a result, I'm just a terrible human being now. To defeat them, I must become them, but at what cost? I said, you can have my dinner with your grandparents. They will be proud of you. Okay, your grandfather will. Your grandmother will just generally be irritated with everyone, but it's not a personal thing. She still cares. Works for me. You're talking about the menage a deux with your grandmother, right? I'm happy with that, as long as she's not too mad. MC, from what I've heard from about Isersen's grandfather, you would basically be going skydiving without parachutes. When BJ came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the one on his left, but only after getting some health after a rather foolish leap. Oh, sorry. He'd recruit you to the paper mall. It's more exciting than what I would do. Keep foyer. I want to know who's talking. This is gonna be so tough. I'm pretty sure that's an officer. Actually, that's not quite the right spot. That's the officer. Missed the shot. It's gonna be... Alright, I missed the chance. I don't know how they react to corpses in this game. Generally, it feels like it doesn't trigger a general alarm, but... You unintentionally went streak. Is that after you got your clothes stolen, Isaacson? Sorry, that was mean. Okay, so there's the other officer, but I couldn't get a headshot, so... Alright, looks like this guy's coming back. Oh, I missed it. That was slightly too high. Okay, we'll wait till he patrols back. Oh, I might be able to... No. I should probably just try and get the better shot. Oh, you know what? This is not going to be a good shot now. Yeah, I shouldn't have. This is one that even I can't screw up. You told Jeff's mom about your predicament. She's giving a bunch of clothes from her closet this weekend. Oh, that's wonderful, Jesse Quill. Thank you very much for doing that. Guys, again, it can't be said enough. Thank you very much for the donations that you've been giving. It's easy. Obviously, there's always recognitions for new donations that come in. But I can definitely tell you, I sometimes find it difficult to continue on with things that are obviously not working. Ooh, that guy is gonna molest me. Yeah, I cannot stress enough. The early momentum means a lot to me because it is hard for me to continue doing things when I think they're not hitting. So I really do appreciate that, especially if you were early on. Ooh. All right, this is going to be tough. I got to get around the heavily armored guys. And I got to find the next... There we go. Okay, so the alert's down. Shotcomma time. Anyways, guys, yeah, it can't be said enough. I realize there's a little bit of a bias in these things towards newer donations, but again, whether it's large or small, the fact that you donated says a lot, because again, it's very easy to sort of take Twitch streams for granted. Pretty much all the entertainment that you watch on the internet can be free if you want. And the fact that you guys sort of got into the spirit of this and really helped out, it means a ton to me. It means that my time, was well placed doing this, and I know Sin really appreciates it. Anyways, I really wanted to hear about this streak, and so fumble around in the dark, someone lost their virginity, nearly lost your glasses, narrowly avoided a run-in with the cops at a posh outdoor mall, and this was years back. You live a much more colorful life than I ever will, Eyes of Sin. And who else do we have? Dear God, you're also genuinely amazing. If she wants drawing some kind, you'll be happy to draw something for her as thanks. Like I said, Eyes of Sin, this was to get you clothes, not a job, but I know you like to repay things, so I would not... Look at these gold hanging around the kitchen. Jesus. So unpalatable. I think Johnny Big Time can confirm that. Isaacson did order sheets and some clothes came in, and you'll have to take some photos of the things that you ordered so you can all scrutinize a potential lack of fashion aptitude. Can you draw Chonk's feet for me? I don't believe she has seen my feet. Again, I've not lost my my tendency to loot the crap out of everything in these games, so it makes it a little less action-packed than it should be, but I cannot deny who I am. That's what happens when you're a young and attractive lady. Sorry, I think I missed the context for that, Jess. Okay, so clearly I couldn't handle a regular jump there. Sacre bleu. Ah. Oh, so there's a way you probably could stealth that. Whatever. Oh, yes. Yes, when you're a young and unattractive monsieur, you tend to have a rather static life. But that's fine, because I have a nice voice, so you can all imagine somebody much more handsome than I really am. Pistol shafted. What would you rate this painting, chat? Doesn't question anything. Pipe shafted. Hamlet. Doom. Greta. Ingrid's letter. Rudy, my sweet boy, I wish you could have taken time to visit your poor old mother this Christmas. Maybe you were busy, what do I know? When you were little, you were such a good boy, such a good son. I honestly feel that maybe I should have told you this, that I was blessed to have you in my life. I know your father could be cruel, very cruel, but sometimes that's all in the past now, isn't it? Best not to dwell on such things. And besides, I always was there to nurse your wounds and stave off infections, so I think it's unfair of you to blame me for what he did. You know, he only meant to correct you, and sometimes, frankly, it was all in his right to do so. Where are we? When you are a good son, you are a good son most of the time, you could also be very, very bad. When that dark wood fell upon you, I'm sure you understand why your father had to use his belt. My dear boy, you know how I fell upon hard times after your father died, and I had to send you away to your cousins in Frankfurt. Well, now that you are so successfully the SS, I was thinking that you could send me some money. I'm not asking for much, my dear, but it would ease the pain that comes with growing old alone. Your loving mother, Ingrid.
Alas, poor Yurik. Oops.
God damn it, BJ. What, this isn't the sea? Who the hell? Oh, it's probably like Reich marks or something. That's really funny. Note from the scholar of King Arthur. I have the text translated for you for Obersturmbannführer. Today I was a witness to a great battle in Lechfield when my lord King Otto's army slaughtered more than 45,000 invading Magyars. I have always enjoyed the dance of death. However, I have never seen anything like what I saw today, and when the king sent in secret weapons to given unto him by Almighty God into battle, these great angelical war beasts blazed through the battlefield like holy dragons. They picked up the horses from the ground and tore them apart. They ripped off the heads of the Magyar soldiers. They crushed the bones of their enemies as they were made from brittle wood. But I was inspecting the aftermath of the battle. I found that most of the Magyars were missing limbs and had been torn in half or crushed to death. On a more worrying note, it seemed to me that few of King Otto's chained beasts had open pus-filled wounds, even though I had not been able to take a hit. I had not seen them take a hit from a blade or an axe. Upon further inspection, it looked as if the bodies were decomposing by some kind of unknown corruption. A curse, perhaps? I could almost see that tissue melting straight off the bones. I have expressed these concerns to King Otto. A note from a scholar of King Otto. Here's a translation you asked for, Frau Obersturmbannführer. I have so far applied all of my skills to deciphering the confusing translation bestowed on me by the king's linguistic scholars. Many of King Otto's parchments were badly damaged, scorched by fire, and missing incomplete paragraphs that seemingly contain crucial information. Also, my work has been slowed considerably by utterly dismal test conditions in these dungeons. However, during the last months, I have been making enormous strides in my research. The bodily fluid circulating within a human can be altered with an alchemical substance, which is partially described in one of the text fragments. In theory, I would be able to create a serum from which I can awaken dead tissue. This would allow wounded soldiers to be healed in the middle of battle. However, as a fascinating side effect, one of the test subjects died from the alchemical compound when I went to pull the sheet over his body. Oh, and when I went to pull the sheet over his body, he opened his eyes. The subject had remarkably returned from death. Thus far, I have successfully brought 5 tech subjects back to life. I have observed that the subjects returning from death enter a catatonic sleep-like state. Furthermore, the body temperature of the subjects increases dramatically. I've seen some of them spontaneously burst into flames as if from the accumulated internal heat. Another unfortunate side effect is they become gripped by a murderous frenzy, which seems to never wane. The only way to permanently kill them seems to be by destroying the brain or hack them into little pieces. I've started calling them shamblers because of how they move. More experimentation is needed. As soon as I get my reinforced straps for the dissection table, I shall attempt a vivisection on one of them. Sigvald Berger. Goldenführen. Schildenführen. So what you're saying, Doggenschaften!
Sollte dieser Kamin nicht schon letzte Woche repariert werden? Mist. Diese hirnverbrannten Idioten können nichts richtig machen.
Sounds like your average Nazi to me.
The old wiggly arm trick. I know it well. Helga's Diary, Entry 4, December. Mein Gott! How it's snowing outside. The stone corridors of the castle are freezing cold. I have to wear thick warm socks every day. They're comfortable, but a terrible itch sets in after a while. Got back the translation from another passage from King Otto's diary today. Very interesting. The king is grief-stricken after his wife Queen Eadgith died unexpectedly. He goes on to write about the ancient fragments of parchments that have come into his possession. He has put most prominent scholars on the task of deciphering them. Despite not knowing their contents, he believes them to be a gift from God, and that Lord is telling him to his destiny becomes the Holy Emperor of Europe. Puzzling. They must have looked really special, these parchments. The Elder Scrolls. Or maybe it's the grief taking over, blinding him. Anyway, I went to the wine cellar earlier today. Found a 1928 Bordeaux. Very good year, I've heard. Time to taste. Hammer time. Damn it. Hammer time. Kommandant. Von Sharps. Haven't heard that name before. Not very notable. Der Kaiser.
Eine beeindruckende Frau. Hast du gewusst, dass sie ein halbes Jahr lang im Amazonas-Dschungel auf sich allein gestellt war? Mit ihrem Bein? Wie kann man so etwas überleben? Mit einem Willen aus Stahl.
Ah, shit. Guy took a few more shots than I was expecting. Okay, so probably up here. Alarm! God, this music sounds so much like that. Stop with your position already! Ah! Alarm! Alright. Where are you? These are not the Nazis I'm looking for! He has to be upstairs. Rifle shafted. God damn it, I hate these guys. Where the bloody hell is he? He's vanished. All right, time to get all American up in here. Okay, less American up in here, more precision. Alarm! Hammer time. Ah! You know what? I think this is time for the Bombenschuss. Close range Bombenschuss. He vanished. Ah! Bombenschussed. I was asking for that. All right. I'm gonna try not to be a mouth-breathing idiot this time. Thank you, Blaster One. How are you doing tonight? Did you know that your daughter is here and making this a very enjoyable stream? And I have only respected her. Okay, I think that's one of the commanders who's behind those arrow slits. Pistol shafted. I would not know, Joshy man. I mean, she's built like Thor, so it could be that she is just packed with testosterone. But she really is quite charming for somebody who's got like man parts, so aha. The most oblivious guard in the world. There's one more guy to pistol shaft. You need more testosterone. The clip is still there, BJ, I promise. Oh. Soundtrack sounds like 2001: A Space Odyssey. Okay, I'm just gonna clean out like all the good stuff, and then we can move on with more of the pistol shaften and the Polizeien and the yeah. Is it really proper table? It's there, BJ. It's proper table manners to put your helmet on your chair like that. All right. What are we doing for time? Let me just take a quick look here. I haven't been live that long, but I'm getting... I'm not really close to pumpkin time, but I need to be a little conscious of... One secret area! I wonder if they will... Yeah, I'm totally doing this. You guys remember this game? Ah, Usafo, man! That looks like a bratwurst. And that looks like a bratwurst. And that looks like a bratwurst. Why, Joshy, man? Shave that mustache. Isn't this the Navy song? Well, part of it anyway. There's definitely Anchors Away in there somewhere. Doge! Oh god! So much Doge. This is all gonna be kennels, and this is all gonna suck. Just want to get to the end of the level, man. Now here you are taking my stream where I'm telling all these terrible, crude jokes and making it a useful conversation about biology, which I don't understand, and it frightens me. No, I'm getting a lot out of it, Jess. Just I have nothing to add on it because I didn't take any biology class. Like, there's the general science class that you take in school, which is about the extent of my knowledge, and I don't remember a damn thing from it, which is a shame because I actually think biology is probably one of the more interesting one of the more interesting topics I could have studied. I got all the chemistry I needed from Zodicide. Thank you very much for that sub. Oh, Jessiquel, thank you. Jesus Christ, lady. You're mighty generous, Jess. Thank you kindly. Alright, so there's apparently no point to this room. Excuse me. And if people aren't subbing, you're going to force them to... You are very, very kind, Jess. Thank you very much. I was gonna make a joke about how if you wanted to support me, you could always just give me the money directly, but then you already did that, so... I'm basically not allowed to joke about money around you anymore, is what I've learned. Old silver. Honestly, Eyes of Sin, it's like I say with Jess's casts. I get the reputation for being a smart cookie. And, Oh, it's a fall guy! So yeah, it's like I say when I'm talking about Jess. Like I get that I get the reputation for being a bit of a smart ass or smart guy, and I'm
Read. Relax. Is good.
Here's my lunch money from today.
Jess. Thank you, Jess. I am a little worried that you are spending too much money on me. I have not counted how many subs you've given away, but I do know that that's the second one of these that you've given. And you gave a really great Christmas gift this year. White chocolate macadamia levels of smart. Damn it! Ooh, let's just back off. Let's go back to that room that had some meat in it. Well, you gave, like, you donated. But no, I was talking about to Jeff. Yeah, I don't know. I just want to make sure, like, I want to make sure that you're, like, okay. I want to make sure that you're, like, you've got a cool job, and I'd love it if you'd spend more of that on yourself. Ah, god damn it. And you're so, oh my god, Jess. Wait, so I can go back? Oh, that's cool. I probably shouldn't do that. I really should have reconsidered this. Knife only run. Anyway, sorry. So, what I was gonna say, like, I get that reputation, and I'm a little bit, I'm not at the point of the false modesty of saying like, oh yeah, I don't have anything to say. But I definitely think it's really easy for somebody who sometimes just wears it on the sleeve, to get a little more credit than is due. Zodicide, thank you very much for gifting to Lady Dow. You guys are crazy with the subs. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, in some cases, I think it's an easy thing for me to take credit for, and I think it's easy to attribute knowledge that I don't actually have to me. And I sometimes think it's important that I stress. I will say I definitely have knowledge in a very specialized area, and I have interests in a broader area. But that definitely does not imply that I don't want to learn new things. I really want to learn new things. I want to learn what it is like to be touched by a woman. No, there's just like, there's a lot of these things, especially the stuff that you guys were talking about in chat. Like, it's just not something that I've had in my background, and so as a result, I sort of rely on, viewers like you to fill me in, and that's how I learn. I think the kind of person who wants to kind of play that role of like, oh yeah, I already know it all. Thanks for letting me know that thing I already knew. One, it kind of makes people feel bad. And I think they miss out, because if they behave in such a way that they shut down dialogue, then they're not going to get I don't know. I just don't think they're going to get the opportunity to learn as much. And then they're always going to have to fake that there's somebody who knows something. Wait, ouch? What did I say, Jess? Do I not have a heart? Nope. Yeah, there's no emotes in this channel. Sorry. They'll come eventually, but it's not. It's definitely not something that I've given a timeline on. Oops. You're very kind, Isaacson. Thank you. I'm getting so many notices on Twitter. I'm sorry, it's a little distracting. But thank you guys for sharing the cast. Actually, I don't think I have plans for a chocolate emote. Okay, sure. Why not? There we go. Okay. The Bombenschuss. Ah! Bombenschuss. Bombenschuss. Double Bombenschuss. Oh, the Ernst Gombrich one? That's great, Zodicide. I really like that book. Bombenschussed. Ah! More Bombenschuss. For those of you who don't know what Zodicide is referring to, there's a book by Ernst Gombrich which I read on Cast called A Little History of the World. Now, it's intended for children, but it's actually a very good history in general. And it's I don't know, I quite like it. It's short, which is nice. It covers a broad period of time. Which is another. So I've really been looking for a one-volume history of the world. I finally found one that I think works. And a side note, it's a gift that I got for Jess because I knew she was talking about wanting to. I, by the way, refuse to believe that Blast Thickneck is actually able to fit through those spaces, but it's video games for you. Commandant. But yeah, so the challenge, of course, is that I got her a job rather than a gift. But she took it in stride. Uh-oh. Heaven Soldaten. Hello, Sparks 5. Probably not Sparks 5. Okay, definitely on the higher level. Ah, my eye. Ah, please stop killing me. But yeah, so I wanted to try and give something that would give Jess the opportunity to practice or learn German. Whether or not I succeeded in that, I don't know, but I tried. Thank you very much for gifting that sub, Joshy Man, to Sparks 5. I have no intention whatsoever of disrespect. You know what? I'm just going to shut up over the video. I have no intention whatsoever of disrespecting the subs. This is incredible. I don't even know what my sub count is at yet, but I am deeply grateful for it. I will just remind you guys, though, that we are fundraising for the Eyes of Sin. And I will not dictate how you should spend your money. Ah, crap. Stop your alarm! Where's the commandant? Nope. Commandanted. So obviously I'm not going to tell you guys how to spend your money. But just a quick word, if you guys are grateful for the fact that I'm casting today as opposed to my other day. Ah! Shock my time. But yeah, again, if you guys are grateful that I'm casting today, you actually definitely should give credit to Eyes of Sin, as I would only have been casting tomorrow. Treppen in der Welt. Treppen in the world. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you not to sub to this channel, because I try to put some effort into this, and I am very happy that you guys find it worth supporting with your money, especially given that I don't have emotes. But it's a little bit, you know what, here's the way I'm going to put it. It's like when I did the Extra Life stream. I don't feel good about having a donation button alongside a good cause. Now, obviously, I'm doing this extra for Eyes of Sin, and I know that not everybody is going to participate, so that's why I sort of feel okay having my donation button up there. And the sub button is obviously something that Twitch is going to make me keep up. But yeah, it's mostly all that I think what I'm really trying to encourage here is just to take a minute to think, you know, what do I want to put towards it? Do I want to put it towards the cast, which is great, because again, you know, this isn't free to put on, but I am comfortable enough that I can afford to make this just basically a hobby. But I do also know that the clothes are sort of a one-off thing for Sin, and it's definitely the reason I'm doing that. So, anyways, guys, with that in mind, I am not going to lecture people not to donate to me, or to support the stream, or to sub, or to gift subs. And the fact that so many of these subs are gifts is really amazing, because again, it's very consistent with the kinds of ideas behind this fundraiser. So thank you very much. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are happy to have that little marker beside their name, even if just for the 1 month. And the fact that you guys, rather than subbing yourselves, are gifting them, I think that really just brings something extra to the table. So that's really wonderful. Thank you, guys. The more clothes you can afford to buy, the more likely some of them are going to match. All right, I need to think about where I'm going. Yeah, so I ran all over that place for no apparent reason. All right, and a 1, and a 2, and a...
Wesley.
Anatomical Theater. Castle Wolfenstein's former anatomical theater has been repurposed as an interrogation chamber where the Nazis performed their enhanced interrogation techniques.
Hey. Come on, Wesley. Wake up. Gotta wake up. Come on. Wesley.
Blazkowicz.
Yeah.
Some dire straits we've gotten ourselves into, eh?
I don't know how you pulled through it, soldier. Come on. There you go.
I have a secret trick. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4.
Oh, that's so good.
Exhale.
You got it.
You should try it.
He's here.
You all right there?
Ah, hello, Rudy.
Greta, bleib. Greta was hungry. I didn't want the flesh to go to waste. I'm sure you understand.
You sick little Nazi fuck.
Aha, little Nazi fuck. You are a funny man, clown of the class when you were a boy, I would guess. Well, the funny ends here. My father died of electrocution. Such accidents were not unusual at the coalfields of Ruhr Valley. I remember my uncle telling me that he was standing in water when it happened. Water is a conduit for electricity. And what is in our bodies? That is right, water. When I press this button, electricity will flow through your body, carried by this water, and it will cramp up and you will feel the most intense pain you've ever felt in your life. If you do not want to feel this pain, which is completely understandable, you need to answer my question without hesitation. So, who is your contact in the village?
Claus.
Who is this Claus?
Santa Claus.
Your comedy act won't save you. Talking will. Why do you insist? Your boys are dying out there on the beaches and the fields. It's pathetic, like pulling the wings off an insect. Your war is lost.
When I break free, I will fry you in this chair till you die. Count to 4. Inhale. Count to 4. Exhale.
One last time, then I will kill you. Who is your contact? Yes?
And when I'm done with you, I will kill your dog.
Let me.
This scene is incredible. Nice. Eyes of Sin, thank you very much for gifting that to Del the NG, who I don't believe I've seen chatting, but welcome. Thank you. That is remarkably generous of you. Eyes of Sin says, the thing that you like about Twitch subs, you can use some types of gift cards to do so. I do surveys sometimes to test products and such, and as a survey reward, they give you gift cards, sometimes for places you don't have use for, and so you use them to subscribe sometimes. I loved that sequence. What did you guys think? Greta's a rare albino Kampfhund awarded to Rudy Jaeger for his loyal services as General Death's Head dog's trainer. Greta is fiercely loyal to Rudy, has an appetite for human flesh, and enjoys being tickled behind her left ear. Joshy, man, thank you. That's exceptional. Thank you so much for doing that. All right, I'm swinging some pipe. Give me his ammo! Oh, I'm fucked.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater antreibt. Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht. Ich will das Schwein tot sehen.
Wer ist it? Ammo! Oh, crap. Man, this is tough. Okay. Not especially Sparks 5, but it looks like they're forcing me on this. I mean, I can overcharge on the health, but... Alright, there we go. Oof. They're gonna toss grenades in here in a minute. If one of these heavily armored guys comes in, I am in deep trouble. God damn it! That was otherwise a very good run.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
I'm thinking this is probably the point where I regret choosing Uber difficulty. Los! Okay, there we go. It's pretty much my weapon of choice if I can go through. Ooh, guten Tag. Probably not the smartest thing to overcharge, but I think I can get through with this. Commit to a side. Ooh. Jack! Okay, I need to get some health fast. Ah, crap. Nope, that's not gonna do it. God damn it, there's so many of them. Ah, shit, there's gonna be a super soldier there too. Ooh, this might be it. There we go. This is a little health for me. I think I need to go dual wielding on this. Ah, shit.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater antreibt. Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht. Ich will das Schwein tot sehen. Los!
I went the wrong way. Yeah, there's no way I can get that from a melee kill.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater antreibt. Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht. Ich will das Schwein tot sehen. Los!
Okay, so assault rifle on the main guys. Sniper rifle on the big guy. Jesus, so many of them so fast. That was an overly dramatic fall there, buddy. You can just die like a normal person. Ah, god damn it, I forgot to look behind me. Okay.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater antreibt.
It's like starting a Fortnite round. Okay, premature on the fuck. Premature on trying to blow up this fire extinguisher, but
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater angreift. Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht. Ich will das Schwein tot sehen. Los!
okay. I hate it when I stand around like this when there's enemies in the area. God damn, that's a lot of health that I just lost. Holy crap, there's a lot of you. America time. Ooh, dup, 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 dup. Ah! I swear, I'm gonna get past this, and then I'm gonna end the stream.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch das anatomische Theater angreift. Dort ist eine dreckige Ratte auf der Flucht. Ich will das Schwein tot sehen. Los!
Thought I could get away with a melee attack. I was wrong.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
Ich will, dass jeder verfluchte Einzelne von euch
It's funny, I had a moment like this in Wolfenstein The New Order 2 where I felt like I was just kind of repeating the same fight over and over again, but... Whoa! Okay, so there's a whole bunch of guys behind me that... Alright, well, you know what? There's a really easy answer to this, which I should have been solving a long time ago, and it's just because I never use these things in the game. So, loot the crap out of this again. Guten Tag. Oh, but I got a little overzealous with the oh, I thought that would be a safe spot. There's no safe spots on this map. But yeah, so grenade down the door. Not sure what to do about the rest of it, but I also want to be a little more careful about how far out I'm going. So one of these quick. I was hoping I would switch that weapon a lot faster than I did.
Killed your fucking dog, Rudy.
So I'm thinking maybe the grenade's not the best idea. Maybe when they're in the rest of the level. Please don't kill me. Ah, fuck. Do I have any ammo left? Yes, I do. There's no intermediate saves. Okay, so no grenades. There's going to be a bunch of guys around the corner here. Might have been smarter to try and go for the headshots, but I think I need to deal with as few problems as I can at once. Ammo is important, so try not to waste it. They're coming to get me. That's gonna hurt. There's there we go. So I'm trying to keep in the back of my mind where all the health is, because I think the fact of the matter is I'm just gonna take a big hit to the face at some point, and I need to learn to live with that and just be able to recover rather than pretend that I'm not going to take any damage on this map. The good news is it seems like they sort of... It seems like they're kind of locking themselves into certain areas and they're not completely rushing me, which is good. Okay, so I got the sniper ammo if I need it. Again, these doorways are pretty good because getting low on ammo. That sounded like that might have been a super soldier. Good news is headshots are a little easier to get in this game. I really need to itch my eye. Okay. Could really use some armor, but... Nope. Sorry, Wesley.
Sorry I couldn't save you, pal.
Not that sorry, though. So one thing I really like out of the Agent 1 was tortured by Rudy Yeager in electric chair inside of Castle Wolfenstein's anatomical labs. I will say one of the things I really liked about that torture sequence, aside from the fact that it's just really well done, it introduces the technique that BJ teaches to Private Wyatt, and it keeps coming up in the main game. Count to four count to four inhale, count to four exhale. I've never tried that personally, but that actually seems like reasonably good advice. So it's kind of neat. I mean, it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's the same team that made this Machine Games. It's a standalone prequel. I'm sure at one point it might have been a DLC. It's just a... I'm enjoying this as a... Ooh. Bowman jousted. I was right that there was a super soldier. Is really high pain tolerance, relatively speaking, but you'll have to try that next time you have a debacle with the cheese knife. I think this is a new chapter.
Get a grip, BJ. Carry on with the plan. Grab a cable car to the village. Rendezvous with Kessler in the tavern. No hill for a stepper, right, Billy boy? No hill for a stepper.
Chapter 4, Escape. All right, guys. I know this was a shorter cast because I needed to rearrange my telecommunications future and pick up the package. But it is 11:30. I normally want to be in bed by 10. But obviously I wanted to do a little something for you. So a few words. First of all, thank you very much, guys, for all of the donations that you gave in gave to Eyes of Sin. I lost track of the total. I'm gonna have to add that up, but I know you guys have been very generous. There's only been one day where we didn't raise something for the cause, and it was made up the next day by the largest single donation given by anybody yesterday. So very special thank you to all of you for doing that. Another special mention to Jesse Quill, who so very generously started donating subs, and then you guys on your own started donating subs to each other. That means a lot, and I know out of all of the channels that you could possibly subscribe to, mine give you the smallest number of perks. I'm trying to think of some fun things that I can do for you on your own, but really subbing to this channel, I mean, I have a sub alert now. It'll give you a little badge telling you how many months that you've been subbed, which is nice. But by and large, I understand that really when you do this, it's for the love, it's for the, it's because you like my stuff. And that means a lot to me. It also means a lot that you would gift a sub to someone. So I know they're cheaper now, like it's 20% off for a gifted or a first month. But that really does not change the fact that, I mean, you're taking what is clearly free entertainment and you are deciding to give some of that back to me. And that means a lot. So yeah, guys, I wish I could cast longer, but I really do need to go to bed. So I will be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is a regular casting day, but again, we'll be continuing on with what I'd like to think are the crowd pleasers. We have 3 more days of this. Again, if you want to know why we're doing these special casts, !cause in the chat. I will do my utmost to be ready at 7 o'clock sharp tomorrow. It's going to be a different change of pace from Wolfenstein: The Old Blood. I will be coming back to this game after the special casts. So this is one of the ones that you sort of get for free moving forward. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I actually really like this game, but I know I wasn't talking as much, at least for the start. So I will, I don't know, I'll realign my my Wolfenstaffen as time goes by. But I am, sadly, because I had all of that stuff to do, it's going to be a shorter cast tonight. If you didn't get a chance to see it, I did broadcast on Periscope for about half an hour before the cast, just to try and explain why the devil I was far away. But yeah, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. If you would like to see more Periscopes, that's feedback that I'd love to hear. I can try and show you around my wonderful city. And I don't know, we'll have some fun with that. Let's try and find somebody to host tonight. We have got, a few good people. There's quite a few people casting tonight who I'd like to host. But let's give a host to Dynamike. I didn't know that he was casting late tonight. So he's playing Fortnite. I realized that between Johnny Big Time and Dynamike, you guys get exposed to a lot of Fortnite. I would encourage you guys, if you can, give him a chance. Dynamike's definitely a really nice guy. He did Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy, which was amazing to watch. But I will definitely make sure that I encourage him to do more of that. But again, as always, our raid messages were tired of system talk. Heard this place was better. I don't think I'm gonna do the. I don't think I'm gonna do the raid command this time around, just because I prefer the regular host, personally. But I will encourage you guys to watch Dynamike. He's a really nice guy, and again, he especially when he does Bennett Foddy, it's actually a lot of fun to watch. Which is not to suggest Fortnite isn't fun to watch. I just know that I'm making you guys watch a lot of Fortnite streams because people like playing it, and that's just the way it works sometimes. Eyes of Sin, thank you so much for saying that. I try to take a bow where I can, but I think a lot of the things that I do are very ordinary. The best that I can do, in fact, so maybe last word on the cause thing, the only thing I can claim credit for on the whole cause thing is reminding people that we do live in communities, and we are maybe not responsible for one another, but we definitely have it within our power for very little effort to make things better for other people. You guys did that with the subs, and you guys have done that with the donations. So thank you very much for that. I am very enthusiastic to keep streaming, to try and reward that however I can. But I'm done for tonight. So let's get over to Dynamike's. I'm done talking, and he will take you through the rest of the night. Have a good night, guys, and we'll see you next time.